Active Investor here, bringing you another independent analysis. This time we're taking a look at ticker symbol VSLR. That's Vivint Solar Incorporated. The chart we're looking at today is a 1 hour chart. Each candlestick on this chart representing 1 hour of trading. And this is a request from Headed to Vegas. So Headed to Vegas, I hope you enjoy this video. Anyone else watching, I hope you do as well. Let's get right to the technicals. So first thing I'd like to mention is this purple line right here, the straight purple line. The reason why I have that is because I don't want to be looking at this area of the RSI. And I also don't want to be looking at this area of the simple moving averages. The reason for that is there was some strange fills there. We had a trading block at 290 and one at 285. That 290 block only had a volume of 300, and then that 285 block even less, 150 on that volume. So not really fair to include that when we actually closed at 296. You know, sometimes weird things will go on after hours, and if the volume is that low, well, it's really not that relevant in my opinion. We'll have to see what the pre-market does on Monday. And if, yeah, we're trading around 285 and 290 and not 296, then it kind of affected the share price, and we can say that it did. But for now, those two little trading blocks are kind of irrelevant. So let's see what happens on pre-market Monday. And if not, we'll definitely be bouncing back to that 296 area really easily. So let's take a look at 296, and that's where we closed. Let's go with that. So obviously, that's going to mean our RSI is looking a little bit more bullish than if we included it. Same thing with the averages. So with that out of the way, let's talk about these pivot points. So 363 is the top resistance, and remember, this is going to be a relatively shorter term analysis. 337, next resistance. $3 is going to be the closest resistance, and since we're at 296, we can break that fairly easily with just a little bit of bullish pressure. 280 is going to be support, but it's soft support, hence the perforated line, and 265 are hard support down there. So obviously what we're going to want to see is a push above $3. That's going to be the best scenario right now. And if anything, maybe we get to 280 and bounce off, and then we break above 3. But we definitely want to get back to $3. You can see we hung out in this range for quite a while there, and that would be nice to get back there. A few weeks we were kind of hanging out between 3 and 337, and there was some good swings there. Could have swung it from about $3 to 337, which would be about a 10% gain. And if you got it down here at the soft support around 285, 290 area, even better. So we really want to see this channel around $3 return. And as you saw here, with enough volume and enough bullish pressure, this stock can definitely spike up nicely, as it did over here. Very nice candles. And obviously, the overall markets tanked a bit on Friday, so that definitely affected our movement there on the stock. So let's see what happens on the pre-market on Monday, but we are going to want to make some higher highs. For the short term, we were kind of making some higher highs here, but then we kind of got denied. It was some lower lows there, and here. So we are in a bit of an intraday downtrend. Averages reflecting that. We have the 50, the 20, and the 13 in the bearish order. But since we're not including this area, look how close the green and purple are. Very close, pretty much touching. They were touching there, and they're slightly diverging now, but they're basically resting at the $3 mark. Since we're not including that, they are basically resting right at $3, which means if we push above $3, we're going to have trailing resistance. Sometimes the SMAs act as trailing resistance / soft resistance, and since that's right in line with the $3 area, it is absolutely telling us the $3 could be resistance. But if we break that $3 mark, and we are close to it now, then we'll be above those SMAs, and we'll just have to break above this 50-period average in order to test that 337 area. So not too much work needed to get above those two SMAs, the 13 and the 20. So that's good. Now, for the actual trading period on Friday, we really didn't sell off that much considering how the overall market was. We actually opened at about 292 and we closed at 296. So we actually closed higher than we opened, but still, it was still red for the day since the previous day we were closing at about $3.10. So still had a bit of a selling off, but not a terrible close, really. Not a terrible close. The only thing that I don't like is the fact that we really didn't test $3 much at all on Friday, but we did test 298 and 299 a few times, so wasn't that far off. And indeed, that first 30-minute candle on Friday did peak out at about 303. So $3 is definitely looking like a possibility for us to get back above there. So if we do that, then we can start making some higher highs and hopefully test 337 and then work back to 363, and then we can start breaking into those higher channels. So let's see what happens on the pre-market on Monday. And as you saw here, we definitely had a lot of volume for that push. I don't think we're going to need quite that much since we are still above this channel here. You know, we are trading right about here, and we're closer to the higher end of that channel. Over here, when we had all that volume, we started at the very low end of this channel. So we were in this channel, and it was this very low end area. And over here, we're already in the next channel up, and we're at the higher end. So though we'll need more volume, we're not going to need like an insane amount of volume like that in order to push into the higher channels. Shouldn't be that difficult at all, really. The only thing was the 50-period average was indeed below our share price here, and here it is above. But at the same time, the 20 and the 13 periods were above, and here they are above, but barely. So just keep that in mind. But as we discussed already, they're pretty much dancing on $3, and a break of that is going to make this thing look a lot more bullish. So let's see if we get back to $3 on Monday. I will absolutely update this analysis either Monday or this coming week, depending on the price movement. But there's really not that much to say about it right now. If we break $3, the entire chart's going to be looking different. So let's see if we can do that on Monday, and then I'll follow up with this analysis. So yeah, I apologize if I didn't go into too much detail here. But we really need to see what the price action does since we're so close to a key area, that key area being $3. And once again, I'm repeating myself now, but let's see if we can break 3 on Monday, and then I will update this analysis, and I'll catch you guys then. Have a good one.